Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm back again with another reaction video. Today we got WandaVision episode 3. Honestly, this show is exceeding my expectations so far. We got the first 2 episodes last week. Really liked what they did with the first one. Everything seemed normal whenever it came to like the sitcom reality in the 50s, and then we pan out of that TV at the end and we see the Sword is actually monitoring them. And then we see the beekeeper in the second episode. We're just getting those subtle hints that something is not quite right in this Westview reality that Wanda has made up in her head, which I'm assuming is going on here. But just the way that they have approached this show, I mean, it's crazy, it's fun. We haven't seen anything like this in the MCU before, so I'm definitely excited to see what else they can bring to this show. But before we get into it, I just want to say, if you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button, like button, turn on post notifications if you guys don't want to miss any of the new content. So without further ado, I'm super excited, so let's hop into it. Yeah, dude, I'm very curious to see what they do with like the beekeeper and like Monica Rambeau passing in as Geraldine. Sherbert. In color.
You're at about 4 months now. Is that right?
No.
I thought as much. At 4 months, the fetus is about as big as a pear. At 5 months, a papaya. 6, grapefruit. 7, pineapple. 8, honeydew.
I'm guessing all of that's gonna happen just in this episode, just the way the pacing is going so far.
Hey, Hub! Think you might have taken the hedge trimming a little too far there, old chum.
So I have. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, don't mention it.
Is he like glitching out or something? That's probably what's happening.
Phil, do these earrings make me look fat?
Oh, thank God.
Oh, that dude is so funny.
I think something's wrong here, Wanda. Yes, I know what you mean. The truth is,
Wait,
we are
what?
in uncharted waters.
I thought my computer just lagged for a second. Dude, that's crazy. So like, wait, so is Vision alive and he's figuring it out? Or, because if he wasn't alive, he wouldn't be figuring it out, right? She would just like have him programmed to not figure it out. So what is happening? It's Monica. Then now I recognize her as Monica. Before I didn't really recognize her. I don't know how, but was that CG? I couldn't tell for a second. I mean, that's good CG if not. Or if it is, it's good CG.
Did you hear that?
No.
It was like a chattering sound, like
Oh, like a...
oh, you're fancy. so now
It's like she snapped out of character for a second.
Helping Mr. Hat. But Stan, what about my brand new 2-piece?
Is that grandma from... Is that Miguel's grandma from Cobra Kai? Dude, Vision has to be alive somehow.
I'll go back to Wanda.
What are they talking about?
Vision! Is Geraldine inside with Wanda?
Twins!
I think I know what's happening.
I'm a twin. I had a brother. His name was Pietro.
She knows who she is now. Dude, and Agnes knows that Geraldine is Monica, right? And that's why she's scared that she's talking to...
He was killed by Ultron, wasn't he?
Whoa.
What did you say?
Dude, this just took a
What did
dark
you say
turn
about
so
Pietro?
quick.
Pietro.
Who are you?
I don't know.
She came here because we're all...
Stop it.
Who are you?
Wanda.
Where's Geraldine?
She kicked her out.
She left, honey. She had to rush home.
She threw her out of the bubble. That's exactly what happened. Whoa, dude. Dude. This got crazy so quick. Alright guys, so that was episode 3. My mind is kind of blown right now. I really didn't expect all that to happen. I mean, obviously we saw a lot of that stuff coming from the trailers. We saw that Monica was going to get pushed out of this bubble. But we also saw something in the trailer where it seems like it's going to take place next episode, beginning of next episode probably. And that's probably why they didn't show this to the press, the next episode to the press. They showed the first 3 episodes to the press. And a lot of people were kind of going crazy over the end of this episode. Now I know why. But there was something in the trailers where it showed Monica laying on the ground right outside of the bubble, and then another Monica was approaching in the background. You could see her approaching in the background. So I don't know what's going on in terms of if that's the real Monica or not, or if all the people in Westview are like real people, or if they're like figments of the imagination for Wanda, like kind of like how Inception worked. They were just like people that you had seen before, just vaguely in the background. So you place that into your dream sequence. I've been comparing this movie a lot to Inception, just the way like a lot of these characters don't know where they're at. You don't really know where you are. You don't know how you got there, especially from the beginning. You never know how the dream started. You always just remember you there. And that kind of seems like how it is for every episode. Every episode just picks up in a new place. But obviously the characters have no clue about that. And then like sometimes whenever they realize like something's going on, like whenever Vision realized like I think something's wrong here, Wanda skipped it back. I thought it was something with my computer. I thought my computer lagged, but the screen skipped back. And that kind of caught me off guard. I thought that was really cool. Just another moment of Wanda is in all of this power, and obviously Agnes has something to do with this. I still think Mephisto has something to do with this. That's all we've been hearing lately. Mephisto and Agatha Harkness. The way she was talking to Herbert whenever Vision came out, it kind of seemed like she stopped him from telling Vision the truth of what's really happening in this bubble. My personal opinion, I do think Vision is alive. I don't know how, but I think he's alive, because if he wasn't alive per se, I think that Wanda would have control of like his reactions and what he's feeling. And I think if she was in control of that, he wouldn't be trying to, or at least figuring it out and being very suspicious of what's happening in this town. So I'm very interested to see what they do with that. But I'm also very curious to see where they go with the outside perspective. Obviously, we saw Wu, we saw Darcy in the trailers. We see Monica touching the bubble in another shot, and obviously that takes place after this episode. So I'm very curious to see what happens. Are other Westview citizens or members of the town going to get kicked out just like Monica did? I'm very interested to see what happens. I mean, I think this episode was the best episode yet. Pretty crazy episode. I think we're gonna go to the 80s next episode, right? We got like Full House. I don't know if that's 80s. We might be going to the 80s and then the 90s, and then we have like the Modern Family, modern era type thing, and that's like whenever Halloween takes place. But I'm very interested to see what happens. I mean, I can see them building to the end of this show. I don't really know what's gonna happen in those next few episodes, but I'm very curious to see where this all goes. So if you guys did enjoy, please consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, turning on post notifications so you guys don't miss any of these new reaction highlights. I know I'm super excited to bring them to you. I'm loving this show so far, hopefully just as much as you guys are. So without further ado, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you guys next time.